Hey guys, welcome back to Bearded Lumber. Matthew and I appreciate you tuning in. What a beautiful day. A little warm already, overcast, had some rain last night, but either or we got to work. What we got up here today is two beautiful cherry logs that customer brought to me the other day. We've done a lot of work for them. We just finished some hickory for them, and now we're going to do cherry mantle and some live edge cherry shelves. And not overly complicated work, but you got to ask a lot of questions. And I took a lot of notes when I talked to this customer. You got to do some education, find out what they want for a finished product, and then back them up and tell them what you have to do sawing to get them to that finished product dimension when it's ready to go home. And that takes a few minutes. You know, I kind of get out of them whereabouts they want to be. Finished product. I got it wrote down. What was it there, Matthew? 6 by 12.
6 by 12. They wanted 7.5.
Yeah, they're thinking they want to have a 6 by 12 finished mantle. So I don't know that we can end up with 12 wide. We'll try, but we can definitely do the 6 thick. So I explained to them why I need to cut it bigger and wider, and then we're going to kiln dry it. And then the day they come pick it up, we'll throw it back on the mill and we'll size it down to the perfect dimensions they want while they're standing here, and everything will be great. The other log, she wanted some 2.5 inch thick finished live edge slabs. And I told her, I says, cherry, it's got bad habits. I said, we need to go 3 so that I can guarantee you'll get 2 when it dries. And cherry's that bad. And she wants them as wide as we can get them. So what we'll take with the second log, we'll basically just square the spine on the back, roll it over, cut it halfway, flip it all the way over again, and cut it right to the middle. We're gonna cut right through the heart. Explain to her that, you know, she'd have some heart defects. She's fine with that. She knows she might have to do some repairing. So that's why you spend all this time beforehand talking to the customers, understanding their needs and wants so that you can temper them with what you can actually deliver and what you can deliver in the species they're working with. I told her I would prefer to take the heart out of that, but we're not going to. So this one, we want the sweep. It's got a bow in it, most logs do. We want the bow to the outside. So I've got basically the bow turned down, and we're gonna cut the back of this until we get at least 6-7 inches wide so that I can get that heart cut right out of the middle of it. And then we'll come and trim this side and this side back to the center until we get the thickness we want. So, not overly complicated, but it can be if you don't ask all the right questions. I actually had to call a customer this morning. We talked a couple weeks ago about one red oak slab, and I was looking at the order this morning because I need to get it done. And darn, I didn't write down the length. So unfortunately, I had to call the customer and verify, because after he told me, I'm like, yeah, you're right. You did tell me. I just didn't get it wrote down. So that was on me. But you need all this information so that you produce what the customer's looking for. So enough talking about it. Let's get it all lined up here, and let's make some sawdust. Okay, guys, welcome back. Pretty simple, went just like we expected. Squared the back up, cut off that side, rolled it over, cut off this side. We got 2 3/8 slabs. They'll need a little pruning when the time comes, but you can always make them smaller. Making them a bit bigger is quite difficult. But this turned out great. The bottom side, there's a little heart defect right here, but they're gonna cut it down to 7 feet, and the customer knew that. But this is almost a little wavy grain to it. I get a lot of people ask how fast you should saw. This is what happens when you saw too slow. That's speed chatter. That's a brand new Wood-Mizer, double hard, turbo 7. Brand new. This is the first log it cut ever. And that is a product going too slow, but I was going as fast as I intended on going with this hardwood at this size. Now, if I stood it up 7 1/4 inches wide, making boards, yeah, we'd pick up the pace. But anytime you go slow, this is what you're going to introduce, is just a little bit of speed chatter. That's what, 30 seconds of an inch at the most. I mean, they're playing right out. It can get a little more severe in harder species going too slow, but that's topic for another video. Quite happy with this. We got to get it off here now because this is called a cant. It means Matthew and I can't lift it. Those 3/8 pieces were heavy, and this one's 7 1/2. It's more than twice those, so we're not even going to try it. We'll get Matthew to pick it up, set it over here, and we'll do the last log. Same process on the last log, but instead of shooting for a 7 1/2 center, we're shooting for 3-inch boards right through it. It'll go quick. So let's get to it. Okay. Good. About the limit of what I want to manhandle. Oh. Hey, it's clamped real good.
That's close.
Yeah.
Try to pull it back in.
That's as good as it's gonna get. Okay guys, welcome back. That is it, sawing 2 cherry logs. Nowhere near the most complicated thing we ever do, but it is one of the most important things because this is a finished product going in this lady and her husband's house, and she's super excited about it. Now, not every customer you have is going to be overly animated of live edge or wood you cut. Sometimes it's just a necessity. Miss Julie, if you're watching, I know you're in love with this because we've had a long discussion about it. And this will be beautiful in your house. So we ended up with 6 3-inch thick live edge slabs. A couple of them we may take just a little bit off the spine when it comes time to finish them to, get them square. The mantle turned out perfect, no complaints on it. So always communicate with your customers. I've took several pictures. I'm gonna take one more of this and I'm gonna send it to her as soon as we finish this video for a couple reasons. It's good, good customer support, take care of your customers, and she would like to see it. And she'll definitely watch this video. And if you're not on YouTube, that's another thing you can do to help your business, to help your customers. Put these special projects on YouTube. I had some kind of social media. I had a contractor this morning dropped off some old red oak logs, and he said, "You gonna make a video?" I said, "Yeah, we'll make a video out of these." He said, "Good, because they're going into one of my Airbnbs, and this is gonna be part of my social media page. We'll put a link to your video, Facebook post, or whatever." So that's a win-win-win, people, for me, for the customer, and for his future clients that can appreciate staying in an Airbnb that's recycled material, reused material. I mean, we're all for that. We're the ultimate recycler. We're taking trees that are going to die and rot in the woods and making a finished product that can survive for hundreds and hundreds of years in a home. We have this argument across the country, cutting trees. They're one of God's greatest natural resources he gives us. I'm not clear cutting my property, but if a tree dies and I can cut it down and turn it into something that can be used or heat my home, that's a wonderful thing. If you're against that, what's another channel? We cut wood here. We love wood. I hate to see things clear cut, but in a commercial forest, that's what you do. You go in every 20 to 50 years, you clear cut, and they replant. Out here in the urban landscape that I live in and most of you live in, we cut trees down when we want to build a house. Matthew's wanting to do that. Well, he's got to cut a whole bunch of trees down to build his house. You know what's going to happen to them? They're going back into his house. If you got a problem with that, you got a problem. And that's a you problem. Same thing here. One of these trees dies that has some value, we're going to utilize it. But until then, I'm not cutting them down unless they're in the way. We're kind of expanding, and sometimes they're in the way. Life happens. So I'll get off my soapbox. That's your soapbox for today. But this is beautiful stuff. I'm glad to see it being reused. I think the story she told me was this fell on or near a power line close to their house, and they recovered it. It was just going to get rolled off in the woods and forgotten about. And she talked to the homeowner and recovered these 2 logs. Man, that's great. She got the wood for free plus the effort, and they drove a good ways to get here. They probably an hour and a half away, but they found a product laying there that fit their needs, and they'll be able to talk about this for the rest of their lives. Where that cherry mantle come from, where those shells come from. And knowing her, she's probably got some pictures to go along with it, and I'm gonna send her some of these pictures as well. So I hope you learned something from this, guys. It's all about customer support, taking care of the customer's needs. That's our main goal, is take care of our customers. That's what we're here to do. Now, I'm not going to take care of my customers to sacrifice a profit margin that I have to maintain, but as long as they're, I can meet their needs and meet our profit margin, then it's a win-win all the way around. Matthew and I can sit here and saw 2x4s every day and go broke. There's no money in that. Might be in your area, but here, this is where our bread and butter's at, is the specialty items that nobody else will touch, nobody's willing to do. Too big, don't have the equipment for it. We love all that kind of stuff. So, as always, guys, we appreciate you watching. Big shout out to Matthew and Solomon both for editing these videos. I couldn't do it without them. Get a chance, check out Solomon's channel. And I know a bunch of you have, because he's really picked up a lot of subscribers at 11 Charlie Scale Modeling. And we thank you for going and subscribing and taking a look. Don't forget to hype these videos. That helps our YouTube algorithm to push the videos out in front of more people. I don't get upset with YouTube. I don't live and die by the algorithm. We're producing these videos for 2 reasons: to help our business and to help you. And if YouTube helps, fine. If they don't, fine. I still enjoy making them, producing them, and helping the next generation not only learn how to saw, but learn how to deal with customers. Because at the end of the day, what Matthew and I are selling is not this wood. We're selling him and I and our ability and our personality and our customer service. So there's plenty of people around here that can do this work if they would, if they were maybe not too expensive. There's a reason. Just remember, you're always selling yourself. And that's what people come to buy, is my customer service, Matthew's customer service, and our ability to get the work done on budget, on time, as promised. So, hope that helps. As always, appreciate each and every one of you watching, guys. Don't forget about Paul Bunyan Show coming up October. Be real quick. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, I think. Don't hold me to that. Google the Paul Bunyan Show. You'll find out for sure. First weekend in October. We'll be there with Craig Kilter Sawyer, 2 brothers, timber frame. There'll be a whole mess of us there. We got a booth together. There'll be a lot going on. Come by and shake hands, talk to us. We'll be glad to meet you. That's going to do it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you back at the mill.
Thank you for watching. Here's a video selection and a playlist suggestion. Click here to subscribe for more great content. We'll see you at the mill.